actually is it's not just stretching it; it's capturing more.
Yeah, it's just widescreen now.
Oh,
so just go to properties.
Mine's
and
gonna be
resolution. You should be able to go to just anything there, really.
That was about your own mum, wasn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right. Well, should anyone want to volunteer to do the intro? I'm happy to do it if not.
Well, I think you've got the home ground advantage, so I think it would make sense that you get the ball rolling for us.
Well, yeah, first podcast in the game room, so...
Yeah.
Well, hello, and welcome back after a long break to the Play It Up podcast. Welcome to my games room. That's where we're recording for anyone who's only just listening. Welcome. First one in my house, in my games room with all of us in person. First one since I got back about a year ago.
We'll do a little camera swivel for the...
Oh yeah, here we go.
This place is beautiful here.
Oh, thanks, mate.
It's very well set
Oh, we had it set perfect, Mike.
Big screen.
Yeah, so there we got a
Beautiful
65-inch 4K 3D Sony Bravia. Some Famicom cartridges on the wall.
A couple of CRTs.
A couple.
Yeah, just three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three. One bloke.
Yeah.
Three CRTs. Look at that Neil bloke. Oh.
We got a Neil Cairns.
Oh. Hi.
Only one of him,
So
unfortunately.
we show them the kitchen. It's pretty rad out there.
This is where I
That's
take
nice.
shit.
No, it's an awesome
Not the
setup.
kitchen.
Yeah, fair enough. I
Not-
mean,
well,
if
most
you
of
do,
the
you
time.
do, but yeah.
It's a really cool setup.
Thanks, man.
Neat
Yeah,
and tiny.
I've got
Yeah,
the
so
screens. I
organised.
sent you guys a video, I think. I will have all three screens running the same picture.
Excellent.
I'm just waiting on a AV cable to connect the AV out from the CCTV into the PVM, but it's pretty sick at the moment. We'll have a game of crazy fucking Ultra Ninja. Was it no Astro Ninja Man later, and the music is insane. It's just gnarly. It's almost like anxiety inducing. But it's
is.
really it's pretty wild, eh?
Awesome.
Yeah. Woo! Everyone ready for a panic attack? Hey! Yeah. I'm Sean. And who do we have with us today?
I'm Dennis. Hello. You might not recognise me without wearing my hat, but I do sometimes not wear a hat, which is good. And also with us is Mike.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, mate. Hi. And a lovely Mr.
Mike, I'm also.
Wow.
This reminds me of Hot Rod.
Yeah, I'm the party guy.
I'm Mike,
Oh.
and I like to party.
Yeah.
I'm
Nobody
Steve,
likes to
Mike.
party.
No, I'm Neil.
Oh, okay.
You might remember me
Mike,
from
yeah.
episodes 1. No, I wasn't on episode
No,
1.
episode 4. Episode 4 was your first appearance.
Episodes 4 through 50.
In the tiny house.
Yeah,
and
I've
it's
missed
the
a
only
few.
one I never uploaded the video for.
Ah.
Probably for the best.
I don't know why I didn't.
What's that? We have an episode that is like
It's-
unreleased.
It's released, but the video, I never put the video up. I can't remember why. I think I just
wow.
I had the audio up and I was like, oh, I'm going to do the video, and then I never
I'll
did.
get around to it. Yeah, okay.
I should do that because I think that's probably the only episode Johnny Bond has never watched because he's like, I don't know how to use Spotify. Come on, man, it's not that hard. But
Poor Jake.
you know, he knows what he knows. He knows YouTube. So sorry, Johnny. I don't know if you ever listened to episode 4, mate, but
We can upload it to YouTube then. And,
Yeah.
it'll be-
yeah, even if it doesn't have video, we
Yeah.
might as well
Yeah.
put it up there.
Why not?
I'll do that. But yeah, so it's been a few months.
It's been a few months at
3
least.
months?
We just learnt that our last episode was like BPAC,
Yeah.
which was
Oh yeah,
like
the big
July.
back rap. Yeah.
July.
That's crazy. Has it really been that long?
Yep.
Did we at least record that in August? Was it released in
Yeah,
August?
maybe.
That'll make
I
us
think
feel
it
better.
actually was
Let's
like.
pretend, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a couple of weeks post
October,
BPAC.
November. So
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
3 to 4 months.
Yep. And I was in Japan in August as well, so...
Yeah, we were supposed to do one after that. But I mean, I started a different... I was like getting ready kind of for Japan, and I mean, that's no excuse. We could have done one. But
19th of August, yeah.
Denny, you started a new job. Mike went to Japan. I
You
started
went
a
to-
new job
and
after
went
going to Japan.
After going
Yeah.
to Japan, yeah.
I mean, it's a new job for the same organisation. But
Neil's been available all this time and just
Yeah,
we've been
like,
unreliable.
come on,
Come on,
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
Fucking get it
no,
together.
he's been recording his other
Yeah,
podcast.
he's doing some great stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Just been parping it
I love
up
it.
weekly.
Popping it up.
Yeah, with parping it up with Mark Bell.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The Gobby brothers.
The Gobi Brothers. we were a bit. At least I was a bit hammered when we came up with that. That was so funny.
What a concept, huh?
The Pocket and Arcade Retro Podcast.
Yep. Parp.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. check
Shout
it
out to that.
Yeah.
Well, while we're
Spotify,
shouting out
YouTube.
podcasts, has there been? Did Forever Grind start after our last podcast? I think it may have.
Might have, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
So Matt Turkio, fifth? Is he fifth best? Fourth best in the world? Donkey Kong? His score?
Fifth.
Fifth. Okay.
Fourth.
Is he fifth? One
Is
of
it
five to get
Australia's best
1.2.
Donkey Kong player.
Definitely
He's in
Australia's
the
best
top
by
100.
far.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
That's
in-
true.
He's in the top
He's in
100.
the top 100.
One of us.
I think he's.
world's
I
top
think he's
100.
fifth. I think he's fifth.
I'll just check
He
BKF.
could be
and-
fourth.
I think he's fifth. He's fourth in my heart.
Oh,
Mine too.
wow.
Yeah.
He's first in mine. I like a warm cappuccino.
So real.
Yeah.
So real. I love it.
He's so him and his wife, Ange, right?
Yeah.
Angela, yep.
Angela. They have started Forever Grind, the Forever Grind, where they talk everything gaming, news, new releases, what they've been playing. They have soundbite. It's great. Check it out. It's on Spotify. It's probably on everything else as well. Shout out to the Techios. Love it.
Fifth.
Fifth in the world.
Nice.
Fifth.
He got 1.2 mil. He's one of 5 players to ever do that, right?
Yep.
Which is insane.
So the top, only the top 7
In
out of
Donkey
10
Kong.
have got 1.21 mil and above, and Matt is sitting pretty on 1.214 300, which
Crazy.
is ridiculous for Donkey Kong.
What, 1.214?
1.214.
Yeah, he fucking
300.
smashed it.
Wow, he didn't just beat it, did he?
Oh no,
No, he fucking scorched it.
Oh, so
he absolutely smashed the ceiling
Oh,
he
so-
was going for, man, and it was like
right. Oh, so
I
one
was
of
so happy for him when that happened. I think it was a couple of days after I kill screened, and
wow.
yeah. then
So
it was,
8 people have 1.2, but only 5 have 1.24. I misspoke earlier. Is that right?
1.2.
8 people have
One.
1.2.
Yes.
Yeah, but 1.21 only 5. Am I misspeaking
Yeah.
again?
We love our stats here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to turn on Neil.
There's only one stats
Turned on
man
as
in the
soon as he
podcast.
came in here.
How could you
Just
not?
turned on when I saw Mike.
The sleepless,
That's like an hour and a half ago.
It's been a
sleepless wonder.
It's been a few months, so
Yeah.
it's good to see everyone again.
Not only is he a silver fox, he doesn't have sleeves.
Yeah.
He's got the guns out all the time.
Too right.
Shades out, guns out.
Shades out.
It doesn't matter what time. Sun or no
Yeah,
sun.
if it's warm, it's going to be tank tops, just cooler.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Come on, mate. I've seen you in winter. Still no sleeves. Sometimes.
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 It's not
When it's-
cold.
when it's
It's not
cold
cold.
enough.
It's not cold as Brisbane.
We don't really
This
get
isn't-
winter. do
This isn't
we?
Melbourne.
Yeah. Can you imagine him in like in Siberia or like Russia in the dead of winter?
Just
Everything
my
is
arms
like
sticking out.
everything's covered except just his arm.
Yeah, no,
Just like,
still
hey,
no sleeves.
pussies.
Yeah.
Just he just
No.
covers him in deep heat.
Vaseline, like when you're swimming, like in the
Vaseline!
shadow of
Vaseline.
Oh, it's like
Wow.
keeps the warmth in.
like a 3 centimeter thick coat of Vaseline. What is wrong with this guy?
Yeah,
Oh, it's just Vaseline, mate. I want to show off me guns. Respect. Oh God. Well,
now the time's been set. There's been a lot that's happened
Oh my God.
since our last catch up, so it's kind of difficult to
Yeah,
know
it's
where to
Wild.
start. Really,
It's absolutely wild how much has happened with all of us in the last couple of months.
definitely.
I've had another child in that time. Crazy.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Your mum should have told you.
Just Jen.
Oh,
there it is.
Burn!
Fucking done.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well done.
Whenever it's Mike, I'm so surprised.
It's so good.
It gets me even worse.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the nice guy, Mike.
Ah.
Ah.
Mikey kicks us on.
I can get
track
one joke a
usually.
year and I'm happy.
Yeah. That's it. I'm done.
That was good.
Back to regular mic now.
Back to your regular scheduled programming. Denny, you've had arcades you've been working on.
Yeah.
I think, Neil, did you set a new world record on something since then?
No, I don't think
You're
so.
working on.
No, you got like
Has your depth charge has been ticking along with that as well?
Yeah,
recently,
it's
haven't
been
you?
depth charge, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been working on depth charge.
Did you ever talk about Spectar on here?
I think.
Well, I don't know.
It's hard to know. Ever since you cheated on us with your other podcast, like.
Well, they're organised enough to catch up weekly.
Yeah,
so
true. It's our fault.
we can't really blame that on anyone but ourselves, really.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I think you. I don't know if we did talk about it, but
Yeah,
you
right.
did
Yeah.
achieve.
I'm happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. Yeah, so like I was going for the Spectar record, and finally, I think I was working on it for like, because like if this ended around August, like it would have been about 8 months, I think, or 6 months, because I broke the Strikers 1945 record in March,
Yeah.
and then I moved straight on to Spectar, and then it took me 6 months to break that. But yeah, just had a really good run. Had a really good start, which I needed. Got accumulated a lot of points in the first 3 levels,
Yeah.
and then just take off from there. And that's where the game gets fun. And you're playing it the way it's meant to be played, which is like just a fast, heavy game.
Yeah, you're just surviving, right, and getting through the levels, not point pressing. Yeah.
Yeah. Broke through, like, I remember, sorry, it's so long ago, but like I was talking about trying to break through a level barrier that I was hitting,
Yes.
like, constantly, and I was able to do that on the record run, which I was like stoked about.
Hell yeah.
I remember you talked about it on the part
Yeah.
episode. You're like, one episode you're like, I'm just stuck, and then the next episode you're like, and I broke it out.
Yeah, because it was really weird. Like, it was the week before I was talking about like how to deal with games where you just get stuck in these moments, and like you just gotta like, but there's nothing but perseverance, and that's.
What did Jen say? Eat the toad.
Eat the toad.
Eat the frog.
Eating the frog is just like forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do, like a task that you don't want to do.
Just get it done first, up and out the way.
Yeah.
And that's easy enough when it's like when you have a shit day at work or something. It's like, well, I have to do this because I need money to survive. But when it's a hobby and it's something you want to achieve in your spare time, that's a different story.
Yeah, it's hard. It can get really hard.
Yeah.
Because like the reward comes afterwards. There's no reward working up to a score that you're trying to beat.
Yeah.
I feel that so bad. Did you know that it's actually very similar doing repairs on PCBs compared to working on that as well, because there's a time investment, there's a little bit of knowledge that's needed to be able to take something that isn't working and then get it working, and so time, perseverance, patience to make sure that you get the outcome that you want. And it's it just sometimes it happens easily and sometimes it really doesn't happen easily, and you've got to check everything. And there's a lot of similarities to I feel your pain with going through Spectar there, and compared to something like taking a DK PCB and having to repair like a dozen different things on it to get it working again.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can fully see how that relates, because like you don't feel the accomplishment until the game's working.
not at all. It's either working or it's not.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And you either have the record or the score that you want, or you don't. Even if you do hit little goals along the way, it doesn't fully pay off until you hit that score, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So it was like super rewarding, finally breaking that barrier, and getting the record. I was like, it was like 1 o'clock at night or something, because like I was like one last game, and that one, like the one game took about half an hour or something like that, and like the adrenaline of like working for the score and like trying to do it, I was just like, and like I actually broke 100k like about a month before, and I accidentally saved over my save state.
Oh man! You're recording like
IMP.
your IMP.
Oh no!
Don't say save state, mate. You're going to cause controversy.
Sorry. and that
Billy Neal.
That had like a dog because like I like at the time I didn't think I could actually beat the actual record. I thought that was my best run, and I've just recorded over it. It's kind of like
awesome feeling.
I'd be one of those people who'd be like at a bar being like, oh yeah, I broke 100k on Spectar, but
some old drunk.
I can't prove it. I accidentally recorded over
I saved over it though. Okay, cool.
I remember you telling me actually about it, and I was like, mate, you're full of shit. You did not.
Yeah, for sure. Here goes Neil again. Stories, yeah.
I've also got 1.3 in Donkey Kong.
Did I tell you about that? But yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, congrats.
Big time.
That's all. Yeah.
It feels weird talking about it now.
And you got it,
so
yeah? You got it on Twin Galaxies, like approved.
Yeah, a couple of the big dogs came in and
the big
I
dogs.
remember that. There, it was. I think Red Elf had a couple of things to say on the submission, if I recall correctly. And
yeah, for sure. He was definitely questioning it, and
which is good. Right? I think he was questioning from what I saw anyway, he was questioning in a pretty reasonable way.
Yeah,
and it's hard to know the tone.
He wasn't going to town. I think that he just had questions over the way it was played, and I felt like it was completely legit what you were doing, because you have to work within the confines that the game gives you to get those numbers. So I think that he was just concerned because there's not a traditional sort of timer. So to speak, right. I think,
but they do stop spawning, right, at some point. The things that you're using the point press. That's the thing. Yeah. It's
really hard to explain, but at a point in the game, which is like unspecified to time, so it might be like a glitch in the game or something like that. But like they do stop spawning. But to try and prove that is like,
right?
Like, how do you prove it? Like,
they stop sometime.
Yeah, you just have to like take my word for it that I put this much time into the game, and like it does stop spawning. At some stage.
Right.
So
you didn't ever get to that point in the run that you submitted that they stopped spawning the cars, or what are they cars? They're cars, right?
I can't recall.
I can't remember. Yeah.
But you have seen that. You've seen it. You've gotten to that point where they do stop spawning, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, heaps of times. But like, it's not like it was never like 10 minutes into the game or 15 minutes.
Right.
It could just happen.
Just randomly.
Randomly.
Yeah. Wow.
And like I've actually stayed on those levels to make sure that the green guys don't come back. Like, I've stayed on those levels for a good 10 minutes, just waiting for them to come back to
10 minutes. Wow, just sort of waiting.
Well, like, I suppose, like,
trying to survive more, like, because
it's not like there's no enemies, right?
No, not at all. Like, you have to constantly keep moving and keep avoiding getting attacked or whatever. So there's never any safe spots from the run that I was watching anyway. Not that I'm a Spectar expert.
No, that's 100%. Dennis, like, you when those green guys are spawning, they can literally spawn on top of you.
Yeah, they can.
That's crazy. You can just die straight away.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually,
if you're in the wrong spot, then
brutal.
Yeah, like one of the, like, so you're in a maze, and like one of the squares in the maze will just start flashing, and then like an enemy appears. But like that flash could happen so quickly that you don't actually have time to dodge it.
Jeez.
So to get, like, it looks boring as fuck to watch me do those first 3 levels, but there's so much like skill and luck in that.
Yeah.
That it's really frustrating watching world record runs, because you watch the tape and you're just like, oh, this looks
easy
as fuck, you know, like anyone
can
do this.
If you're not fully aware.
But like actually performing it is like frantic.
Yeah.
You know?
After playing Rastam like that last weekend, I tend to agree with you. It's
man.
It makes it. It looks easy, but it's really not.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
It's hard to appreciate the time and effort that goes into learning a game at that level. And
definitely.
Yeah. What a segue.
Sure. Let's talk about that, Dennis.
I don't want to talk about. We're talking Spectar. Sorry, but
I think
we're done here.
What the?
Suck shit. You got to talk about your accomplishment.
Okay. Well. last weekend, One Up Arcade had a world record setting event. So there were 5 of us that One Up were nice enough to set up for us in a little arena inside the arcade, and so that was all cordoned off, and so the few of us that got to sit there and play some games, and we had Joe Wade there set up a really amazing stream on One Up's Twitch channel, and so all of those were broadcast at the same time, and
crazy, 5 different games at the same time.
Yeah, talking about a lot going on screens.
Oh. Yeah.
So there was James Morris played Aliens. I played Rastan. Jeff Sutter played Yo-Yo Rastan. Hi Geff, sorry.
AKA Rygar.
Steve Holmes played Magician Lord, which is the hardest and most frustrating game in the whole world, and and then Brian also played Ghouls and Ghosts as well, and so there were the 5 of us all sitting there. And
he's the third triplet of the Gobby brothers.
He's the third Gobby brother. Yeah.
Easily the best of both games.
Yeah.
Brian.
He's an amazing all rounder, very talented.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He can kill screen ghosts and goblins, and he can kill screen ghouls and ghosts. So that's
pretty cool.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Is he going to come for your record?
Maybe. He could, easily. Really? I think he's a 1,000,000 point player, and I've got like 1.1 or something like that.
Yeah, right.
He could easily do it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah, it's got to get that technique right though. It doesn't have like the Cans technique of the movement.
Oh right.
It's got to work on that, you know.
Yeah.
But no, so we did. That was what we got up to on that weekend, and I already hold. Recently, I set a world record for Rastan on MAME, which took a few weeks, but MAME submissions on Twin Galaxies at the moment are taking a while.
Right.
There's not really many people that are interested in verifying the IMP files for analysis of MAME these days. So anytime you submit MAME, it's usually at least like a 3 or 4 week wait, and which is always nervy for me, because you never know like if someone's going to find a problem with your run, even though you actually know that you've done everything right and all the settings are correct, but there's still that little bit going, what's this, or anything that's going to cast doubt over the run, even though everything you've done is completely above board. But that went through, and I got the main record, and so then I went, alright, well I might as well set the arcade, seeing it's, you know,
hell yeah,
it's there at One Up, and they've got a nice cabinet that it's set up in. And I think at that point, Marcus at One Up Arcade was looking at getting a few of us together and putting an event together, and I put my hand up and just said, if you guys are keen to play some real Rastan, not Yo-Yo Rastan, I'm down. And Jeff's like, but Jeff actually also set a world record in Rygar that day as well, which was fantastic.
On you, Jeffrey.
Awesome. All 5 of us set world records in the tracks
cool.
that we were going
amazing,
for.
Man. That's amazing.
So
cool.
James Morris,
some of the hardest arcade games as well.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's funny. It's thinking back to Battle of the Arcades, because Rastan was a Battle of the Arcades game this year as well.
Oh yeah.
So
frustrating.
Hearing about that, a lot of people had trouble with Rastan as well, and
I think it maybe was it anything to do with our setup? Did we maybe have it stupidly like too difficult or something, or we just sucked?
I've got a feeling like the settings were different on, like, I think we were using like a Pandora's box, so like ours was on, because it was still on easy.
I hear that the settings like on Pandora make the game a little bit funky compared to the way that it performs with arcade hardware too. So that's such a hard thing for all the venues to do if they don't have a copy of original hardware. Hey, Pandora is a great platform for just having a crack at a game at home on your cabinet or system that you've got set up. It's just in a Jammer Connect, you plug it in and away you go. And from that side, it's fantastic. It's easy. You've got access to almost every game that you'd want to play. But yeah, like you were mentioning, there's little things that are different. Not to mention that the settings in them as well. I don't know if you've noticed, like when you set change settings on Pandora,
It's like
sometimes
2 and 4 and 6 instead of the actual.
you set them, and then
Yes.
and not to mention, but even when you do change them, sometimes they don't actually change as well through the menu. So you go set it to easy, boom, boom, saved, okay, done. You go out and then you go back in, and it's back to the same setting it was before, and you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel that. I didn't realise that was the case with maybe.
It may have been. I don't think we confirmed. It just felt like it was
just
treatment.
I can
not so
usually
hard.
like I can usually easily make it to like level 2. But like I couldn't during beta, but that, I'm not complaining about that. It was just part of our setup.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
it is what it is.
I couldn't get that flaming sword. I was like, I got it once. I'm like, yes, I'm fucking shooting fire, and then I lost it. I'm like, I just died instantly after that. I'm like, here we go again. Do the jump, try and get the flaming sword every time. That jump, flaming sword.
That's metal as fuck.
I did get it a bunch of times,
man.
but it was not easy. Didn't feel easy.
Yeah, I didn't practice at all, so that didn't help me either.
When you jump off that edge to get the sword, don't downward stab. Jump to the side and hit it side on,
right.
and you'll get it every time.
Now you tell us.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Was it a one and done situation for you, Dennis?
Hell no. So what happened during that run? I set consecutively higher scores going on through the day. So I think the first game of the day I came close, so I ended up getting close to the record, which I think was maybe 1.48 mil or something, the old record. And I think I got to about 1.37 the first game that I played, and just slowly started to get my eye in and consecutively get higher scores. And I think I got to 1.52 or something like that, and just started to slowly step up. Then I went 1.57, and the very last game of the day, same as Jeff as well when he was playing Rygar. So there was Jeff and I. He was we were playing both kinds of Rastan next to each other, and so he got his score, and I got mine within about 10 minutes of each other. Listening to Jeff, learning some new swear words from Jeff the whole day. Which was interesting. So
he's a grumpy bugger when he plays games sometimes, that Jeffrey.
Yeah, so am I. So it was perfect. We got paired up sort of next to each other. 1.62 mil.
Yeah, nice.
Damn, dude.
So like that's putting 200,000 around on the previous score.
And it was, I think, an extra 20,000 on the score that I set on MAME as well. So
nice.
For once, which I actually love, by the way, that arcade is actually higher than what MAME is. So there's something cool and fun about setting that higher score on the arcade hardware. So
yeah, absolutely.
It was a long day, but in the end, everybody got the outcome that they wanted, and it couldn't have ended better for that event. So
So what track was Ryan going for? Because I don't believe he beat Mark's score on Twin Galaxies. He may have, but
I don't know actually. Because with Ghouls there is like half a dozen different tracks or something, because there's different settings and different because I think there's the normal track in tournament settings and a few others as well, and I actually don't know which one he went for specifically, but all I do know is that the one that he went for, he absolutely blew it out the water, but I'd have to check. Not sure, but
okay, team, the world records that were set were all for arcade, and these 4 games were for 1 player and just the points track. So arcade, 1 player, points for Rygar, Aliens, Magician Lord, and Rastan. So Rygar was Jeffrey Sutter, Aliens was James Morris, Magician Lord was Stephen, owner of 1UP, and Rastan was Dennis. And then the last one set by Ryan McClurg, or Rillan Mac, I hope I'm saying both of those right, was the track for arcade on the Japanese board, or Japanese ROM set that's on that board, and it was for points on the 5 lives setting.
Also, there will be a link in the show notes to the YouTube video which features all of these records. It's like 5 hours long, 6 hours long, but yeah, that's if you want to check it out, go and have a look and witness some arcade history.
I probably should have prepared for that, knowing that we were coming in.
I can put something up on the screen, or even add like a little audio snippet of like, this is the record he actually broke.
Yeah.
In that voice too.
You could do that, yeah.
If it's anything like Ghosts and Goblins, Ghosts and Goblins has like 5 revisions of the one.
That's a lot of gobbies.
Forward, like
that's a lot of gobbies.
It also like there's small differences, but really like
they make a big difference in gameplay, though, right?
Yeah.
And score as well. I guess.
Like just watching.
So like, how many times do you have to hit the devil?
Watching you play Ghosties, like watching the difference between the different ROM sets and the way that things behave and the things that you learn and the way to play the game.
Yeah.
It's essentially meant to be the same game, but it doesn't look like it plays the same at all. It looks so different.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's it. Like on the last level, the dragon pattern. Oh my god, this sounds so fucking nerdy, but like the dragon pattern is different, and it doesn't say that on any of the ROM revisions.
It's horrible though. Like,
can you push your glasses up as you say?
Yeah. Also, like the spot before the big jump on level 3, the little purple dudes that come out, those little ones that run around the ground, they act differently too, and that information's not on the internet.
No.
I think they're actually called Argonauts.
You wouldn't.
I have no idea what they're called.
But you wouldn't know until you started playing it either, and you'd play through and you'd think, that's weird. Why is it doing this instead of?
Well, I was playing on the wrong revision set when I was going for the record.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this dragon doing? Like, I'm like, if I walk here and like crouch, I'm safe, and I just shoot him. And like I did that, and this guy just comes like fucking clouds through me, like fuck you. I just like
you're like
absolutely shat all over.
The dragon actually flipped you off in the game.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before, but has to be a part of the
different ROM set.
Different ROM.
It must be the Japanese ROM set.
Must be, yeah. They're a bit more brutal there.
Yeah.
Because they're such good games.
So that's what. I guess looping back to what I was saying before with the World Record Day, went well. It was good fun. I hope that they decide to run another one soon, and
hell yeah.
It was really well received, and everybody had a great time. We were very well looked after. So
I need to pick a game. I want to be part of that and set a record, even if it's low hanging fruit. No one cares about the game. I want to do that.
No such a world record's a world record, man.
Yeah,
and LHF.
True, but like I mean, compare something like Donkey Kong to just like an unheard of or a low hanging fruit, like a shooter that no one knows.
You could sit there with a Nintendo Game and Watch game in the corner, and we could just watch a Nintendo Game and Watch. So you've got a few now.
Just
well, they have consoles
at my own corner.
Yeah,
and I'm roped off.
Yeah,
sitting on a Game and Watch.
Yeah,
acting like a full weirdo.
World record's a world record.
That's true.
But congrats, Danny.
Thank you, and to you, sir, for Spectar as well.
And MAME and arcade, Rastan, boom.
Yeah,
mate,
good times.
Mr. Rastan over here.
Yeah.
I ain't taking my shirt off.
Come on.
You said before the show.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry,
once we stop recording.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, especially.
Drink break. Yeah. Sorry, Neil.
Yes, actually, that'd be good. I think there's a Hawaiian haze in the bottom of the fridge.
Yeah, there's a greenish coloured can in there. I don't think I covered it up, but that's Danny's.
Yeah, you want to go?
I'll have a pale ale, please, sir.
4 pints?
Yes, a 4 pints, thank you. I'll give that nice piece of ass a tip when we get that.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, thanks. Oh man. Yeah, what do you guys reckon of the new iteration?
Great setup.
Awesome.
It's not bad, eh?
Comfy couch.
Yeah.
Nice.
This thing
Screen's
folds out.
right there.
Nice distance between screen and couch too, I think.
Yeah, I made sure like that one was far enough forward because generally CRT screens are way smaller, and I had to really make sure I pushed that one back because it's almost too big for this room.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I think that, but for the different kind of games that you're playing as well, it actually works, because we were playing some levels of Mario Maker 2 a couple of days ago, and I think the way that
shout out to Henry. Does he listen to the podcast? Is he allowed to listen to this?
He's allowed to listen to bits of it.
For like a couple of minutes per episode.
I'll just fast forward that bit. Don't.
Well, shout out if he does hear it. Like, shout out Henry. I'll include this part. Like, the levels that you designed on Mario Maker are extremely impressive, very fun, also equally frustrating, and that's Mario. It should be fun and frustrating. And
he's captured those two elements, I think.
Big time. And very, like, inventive. Things that you wouldn't actually see in a Mario game that he's come up with.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, sir. Oh, awesome.
Thanks,
mate.
Oh.
I'll give you just the tip in a second.
I thought you said a tip. Oh, right.
Oh,
sorry. I wasn't listening properly.
Well,
I guess it's kind of the same thing, right?
You got the new shirt, Neil.
Yeah, the Nato.
I want it.
Yeah, it's fun.
So good. Yeah, this is one from Netherworld.
Yeah, it's the new print. Well done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that also some form of ape? Gorilla. That's a gorilla, right?
It would be a gorilla.
It's silverback gorilla.
Is that right?
Chewing down on some
centipedes?
Centipedes.
Oh man. Delicious.
What do you call it? Like on the other print that they had the gorilla riding a...
Oh.
Well, this is the Ultimate Denizen print.
Yeah.
Wasn't it
last year?
Wasn't it Rygar riding Centipede?
That was the
That was Aussie Arcade Champs.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So last year was the Joust yellow Joust ostrich.
Yeah,
and there was something on the back. Well, they had the yellow
shirt.
They got the yellow shirt out of it.
Oh yeah, I've got that shirt.
Yep.
You were wearing that in that photo you sent earlier today, right? That shirt's awesome. The mustard yellow.
Yeah,
I love it.
I spilled a drink on it, so I had to change. Otherwise, I probably would have been wearing it as well. We would have had like 3 Netherworld shirts.
Oh shit!
Which I felt would have been a lot of repping for sure.
Well,
Hey,
I'm
Netherworld.
repping Katamari Damacy.
But there was
Damacy.
Donkey Kong or Centipede in Ultimate Denizen.
No.
But there was Donkey Kong and
They were trying to throw you off, mate.
Yeah, well, they did a fucking good job because I practiced. No, I wasn't.
How could you?
Because did they release that print before?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, they would have had to like
go to the toilet.
Oh my god, where's the
right
beef?
in front of the fan. Where is the beef, Neil? Sorry guys, some of the beer farms.
That's staying.
It's not that gross.
Okay.
Should I put that in the episode? That was pretty
Yeah,
that actually hurt a little bit.
I actually felt bass on that.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Bit wet down there? I'm going to put some deep heat on my butt.
Do that at your peril. Wow. Oh man. I too like to live dangerously. That's disgusting. Yeah. So we because it's been a few months. Did you should we mention anything about Battle of the Arcades quickly, or did you want to?
Yeah, we should.
In that, because before we move on to Ultimate Denizen, which I want to hear about, so
One up.
Yay, 1 up. You're back to having a poo. Focus.
He's peeing.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. But he was still sitting down. Yeah, okay.
Who does it?
Fair enough. Say no more.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
we also should mention, you've mentioned everyone that broke the record, hey?
Oh.
I'm just trying to think.
Did James?
Yes.
Record?
Yeah, I mentioned everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
On the World Record Holders Day, that James Morris did, I did, Jeff Sutter did, Steve Holmes also did, and Ryan McClurg did as well with his score as well. So all 5 of us managed to take out what we were trying to get, which was pretty cool.
Saturday the 25th of November.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't make it, Dennis. I was really hoping to, but I was
hungover as fuck.
So that is A-okay.
I was dying.
I was there. I was a groupie.
I wish I was there.
Yep.
I was.
I'm coming to the next one. I'm not going to get hungover again.
I'm glad you were.
You got to set us a mill on Gallagher at least.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Smash it.
Yeah.
Is it wise to leave the door open if you've just done a poo?
I didn't poo.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You're just sitting down peeing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you live with a German, there's certain rules.
Okay.
Oh.
And if you don't follow the rules,
No,
there will be hell to pay.
I said drops on the floor.
Sean, if there's one drop in there.
Is it fun drop or?
One, yeah. Eins. Sorry, babe. She doesn't listen to the podcast, so it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, funny enough, Kathleen said that she doesn't listen to the podcast either, which is sad.
How can that be?
I thought Kathleen was a lovely person.
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
Well, see, it's expected of Michelle. She's German. They're not supposed to be nice people.
Oof.
They know that. I'm just kidding. They're great, actually. I love them.
Are you talking under duress, Sean?
No, they are really nice people. They're actually way funnier than people give them credit for.
Just nuanced.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it was hilarious when the dude who I was living at an apartment, we were like a house sitting for 7 weeks because I'd taken care of these people's cat. I don't know, we found it online somewhere. And then I was like putting rubbish in the bin, and this older German dude comes out and starts talking to me in German. It's like, oh, sorry, I don't speak German. This was like not long after I'd moved there, so my German wasn't good. And he's just like, oh, okay, well, you know, if I said to him like, oh yeah, I live here, because he then asked me in English like, sorry, do you live here? He's like, yeah, man, yeah, I just moved in recently. We're here for 7 weeks. Oh, well, if I had moved into a place, I would have knocked on every door and made sure that I introduced myself to everyone in the building. I was like, oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, man, that is a different culture.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I don't know if I think it might have just been this guy, because his wife was there and she was, oh no, it's fine, don't worry. He was like questioning me about using the bin. I'm like, man, I don't just like walk around on the street looking for other people's bins to put stuff in. And what if I am putting something in someone else's bin? What's the big deal?
That's right. So
but he was just like...
His misso was going around as a disclaimer for him going, watch out, he's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, dude,
yeah, fucking classic.
Watch out for him, he's coming. Oh, he will get you.
Don't talk to him about the bins.
We moved into Bracken Ridge November last year, and we're still trying to get through the whole suburb just to make sure people know.
Knocking on doors.
Yeah. Halfway there. It'll probably take us another year.
Well,
just hi, I'm Neil. I live like 2 kilometres that way.
Yeah. Well, you got to know your neighbours across the street pretty well early on, right? Because they're pretty vocal, right?
Next door neighbours.
Yeah.
They have loud sex. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I have a mate who he reckons that they might be doing OnlyFans, and they live in apartment blocks.
Yeah.
And above them, they just hear them going to town like all the time, like way more than is normal.
Jesus.
Yeah, look, we
really
were
loud.
concerned because like the first week it was
Did you
like
think someone was getting
Did it
murdered?
sound painful?
Well, Eric was on the trampoline.
Oh,
He's like, Dad, I think someone's like in danger next door. Like he was serious. So like, because like as a kid you wouldn't know, right?
Oh, no,
You
of course not.
just-
No.
Yeah, so I was
think
like,
someone's getting hurt.
no, it's okay. Let's just
Kind
put on
of.
some music. Yeah.
You went outside, and as soon as you heard it, you knew. Oh wait,
Oh yeah.
no one's in danger
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Someone's in danger of an orgasm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone's playing Spectar.
I was like really concerned, like, oh shit, is this what we've like bought next to? But like, it's not as frequent as I thought.
Oh really?
Okay.
They need to close their windows, man.
Old mate next door going downtown. I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
Good on you, buddy.
Props, yeah. Just like
Maybe
not
they were
while
like
the kids
a
are on the
Jewish-
trampoline, maybe.
Yeah.
But,
It's all about timing.
What is this, like broad daylight?
Close windows.
Yeah, close
Put some music up.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, some mood music is always good.
Good for them though.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Be a bit more respectful with your groaning and
Yeah.
moaning, but good for them.
Well, I'm sure they're not doing OnlyFans like your mate's neighbours though, which is
Yeah, like it sounded like fake porn star
yeah.
like level. They said like, and I wouldn't be that surprised. And to be doing it that often, and like they were saying it's like several times a day, late in the night.
Ouch.
Like they must be maybe doing some drugs to keep them up. Like who's fucking like?
I take drinks to keep it up, so I totally get that.
Hey-o.
Oh, this is becoming quite an educational podcast.
Yeah. Well, it's been a few months. We've got a lot to catch up on.
That's
so.
true. That's true.
Pent up energy to get out.
Yeah.
Oh, do I ever? Michelle's been away for a week now.
Say no more.
Oh boy. Yeah, she's in Thailand. So I went to Japan.
Yeah.
Because she had originally planned to go to Thailand with her friend from Germany. Like she had planned that before I had planned anything, and I was like, "Oh, you're going on a trip with a friend? Cool! I'm going to Japan, game hunting trip," and that's exactly what happened.
Awesome.
But first, Mike, you went on a trip to Japan.
I know, there's a lot to talk about Japan, especially in the game world.
Tell us.
Fuck yeah, bring it on.
How long have we got for an episode? Because if I'm going to talk about Japan, and then you're going to talk about Japan, like
two-parter. It's another two-parter.
it's got to be
I think
Pizza's
like,
coming in like
some of
15
the places
minutes.
would like. Well, I'm taking you guys would have gone to a lot of the same places at times.
Yeah, I mean, my stuff. This is my 4th time to Japan, and like this time I was basically, sorry, I didn't have kids. I spent all my money traveling. So I went on. This was a full-on retro gaming trip. I told my buddy who, when he found out I was going, that that's fine if you want to come. Like, we've travelled together before, but you have to be ready to be in these shops a lot, because I'm not sacrificing this time. I've done that before, and I want to just do the full retro gaming trip. And he's a gamer and he likes it, so he was looking around at games, and also like he bought a Vita while he was there. He bought an expansion pack for his Nintendo 64. So it wasn't like it was all about me. But we also did sightseeing and stuff. But yeah, we did a road trip, and I forget where that point started, but there it is.
I think we should do like maybe a part 2 of this just for Japan. I think.
For Japan.
Because there's like a crazy amount to talk about.
Yeah, there is.
Outside of what else we've been doing, like
I would concur with that, because as somebody who's really keen to get my ass over there to check all this stuff out, I'm really keen to know as much as I can. Before
and if we try to shove that into like 10-15 minutes,
so many tips,
because I want to go through the photo that I have of everything I bought.
Yeah.
And like go
slide
through.
night.
It's not all going to
We're
fit.
doing the slide night.
Dude, slide nights were they were either great or super boring.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah.
Like some photos you're like, anyway, let's not get into
Slide night.
Just gaming photos only. Slide night.
Well,
yeah, that's fine.
That's part 2 of the episode. Then Japan slide night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Awesome.
Before both of your Japan trips, we had Boda, which you were talking about.
Yeah.
And before that, I picked up a curbside pickup.
Boo, one up.
Oh, yeah.
The Stafford Road, Everton Hills.
What a freak.
Actually, massive respect to one up. You beat us by a bomb threat.
Well,
Bomb threat. A bomb jack threat. Exactly.
That's from one of those out videos. It's like they said that you beat us by like a hair or something. It was by that and a bomb threat. Smashed us, man.
Fucking house,
Yeah.
Let's hit your...
Tell us about your curbside.
Yeah.
Saturday morning we went to a cafe. We're coming back from the cafe. I'm like, wow, that's a big old grey CRT on the side of the road there.
That's so rare.
But that was
these
on the way
days.
to the cafe, and I was like, Ree's like, we're gonna get breakfast, Mike. Settle fuck down. So we went off to get breakfast. I'm like, I'm just gonna swing by on the way back, just see if it was still there. I was like, Ree, that's a giant, because it was maybe 40-50k an hour drive past. I saw the Sony logo. I'm like, it's a silver Sony CRT TV, Ree. She's like, okay, turn left, we'll turn around. Go and have a look at it. We'll see if it's
For some context, your games room is already stacked, right?
too full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's smart of Free to be like,
yeah.
But when it's a Trinitron,
I wouldn't say smart, but like we acknowledge that, the widest in the games room. We acknowledge
Ree's gonna kill you, mate.
Yeah. So went around the block, turned around the back street. I walked up down the side alleyway. There's a bit of a park, and I walked to the TV. I'm like, oh sweet, Sony Trinitron. The power cable been cut off as like the copper collectors come around.
Come around, give you the snip,
Yep. I was like, okay, it's got
How much would a cable actual get you though? Like, just sorry.
It's probably about 25-30 cents worth of copper.
Seriously,
for a little thin 1.5 mil.
And people go to the effort to cut it off
for this much.
Yeah, because it all adds up for, I think, because
I guess so.
It's grade 2 if it's still covered in like all of the the sheathing and stuff and like the insulation around it. But then if you strip it back and it's nice bright clear copper, then it's grade 1, and that's when you get like a lot more money for it.
So maybe they
just go and like strip it all back and like bundle it together and bring in grade 1, and that's what they money for. If you wanted to know.
Yeah,
you probably don't. Yeah. So anyway, but the cable was cut, and the monitor looked like it was in pretty good condition. Though,
and it looked like it had been sitting under someone's balcony. It actually also on the road, sitting on the road for however long it was. It had like 3 dog piss stains on different corners.
I was going to.
So I had to refresh those off.
I was going to ask if it got Febrezed a little.
It got Febrezed a lot before it came to your house, and it still had.
It's actually like that's what I do. That's I piss on CRTs and stuff. So one of them is me.
But yeah, check the back.
Neil's got some weird kinks, man.
After some of the cabinets that Neil's picked up and the tubes were necked, I can understand why you'd feel that way.
He's angry. He's angry at all CRTs.
Fucking 20-inch fucking CRTs necked. I don't blame you. Poor man. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, all good. Handle in the back. It's got one S video input. A couple of composite inputs as well. I was like, all right, this is pretty good. It's Trinitron. It's got S video. That's a good
solid.
Start.
That's
even
awesome.
Even if it doesn't work, it's pretty a sick machine.
S video is basically as good as component. It's almost there.
Yeah, huge monitor, good condition. S video.
Massive, and it had like candle wax drips all over it. Someone had been using it as a candle stand.
Yeah, that's right.
That's part of Neil's ritual.
I have to light a candle on top of the CRT and then I piss on it.
He's actually aiming for the candle. He's like, this is fun. We're going to put it out.
Well, this is a bit out of control.
I'm practicing. Gotta get my aim right.
Save us, Mike. This is going sideways.
That's right. So
it was such an innocent story to begin with.
Brought the car around and was like, Ree, I'm going to get it. It looks okay if it comes alive. If Danny can help me bring it alive, and a replacement power cable gets in there and it works. This is an amazing pickup off the side of the road for free.
Can I?
Got the TV around, the car around, popped the boot, chucked it in, put the seats back down because it's one of those ultra wide style ones like this. Got it in there, drove it home.
Heavy though, right?
Is it a wide screen or is it 3:4 like that?
No, it's 3:4.
Oh, okay. But it's like a big ultra wide, as in like big fat.
Yeah, it's a massive one. It's got
okay.
one of those attachments on the back where you can put a subwoofer thing on top of it.
Yeah,
like one of those.
Yeah, like mine.
Yeah,
Sigma.
Yeah.
That didn't come with the sub. But you probably be able
to can get one.
It makes a difference, man. The sound is nuts. Yeah.
So got it home, cleaned it up because it was filthy. The dog piss, the candle wax. It's still got a bit of candle wax on it now, but like it's off the screen.
It did when you brought it around. I was like,
oh man. Yeah.
Fucking
this CRT has lived.
That's it.
It's lived a life.
It's so cool.
Took around Danny's house and like, all right, please have a look.
See what we can do. So we
just pulled the back off, checked it out, just straight up power cable swap.
Yep.
Power cable in, soldered in. I don't know.
So what we found, because you mentioned earlier that the power cable had been cut, so some absolute legend had cut it, like not Carl Jock style, like absolute legend, but really not an absolute legend. Cut the cable just at right at the end, and so we had to. It was connected by a 2-pin connector that went into the main board.
Oh, that's right.
And so what we had to do when we pulled it all apart, took the back off of it, we found that we had cableage, but we just had to try and reconnect and heat shrink and seal it all up again, so that I guess that we had a nice connection that wasn't going to get warped or damaged, and we made sure that we threaded that back inside the body of the monitor, so that any of those joins are held in fixed position, so that they won't be susceptible to flex and crack and breakage. So we did that. powered it up.
Yeah, and the PS2, brought the PS2 and Tony Hawk's 2 as well.
He
plugged her in.
It
took a long time to warm up, remember?
It was great. We got photos, like Mikey set it all up for like a photo shoot when we powered it up, and I was like, this is awesome.
Man.
Yeah, he does a good job with all his
He's got OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Reasonably fan.
Hey.
Neil's got an OnlyFans where he lights candles on top of CRTs and pisses on them.
Hey,
Funny enough, a couple of million
sells.
people go.
it sells better than feet, so...
It is, yeah.
Neil's like, I started out as a hobby. Now it's my job.
Be your own boss.
I do this full time. Jeez, I have to drink a lot of water.
Mm.
But when we like turned it on the first time, it took a long time to warm up.
Yeah,
And we were like,
it took a minute.
"Ooh,"
Yeah.
and we like heard the audio going. We're like, okay, audio, and then the screen slowly warmed up and came on.
And is it still like that?
Yeah, it's fine.
No,
so
it
It warms up quicker now? Interesting.
Something that because you can get like dry caps after it's been off for a while, and sometimes it's been a couple of years since it's been off. Like powering it up, it might be a little bit.
Probably was a long time since it had been turned on.
House or something, dude.
It looked like it was underneath someone's like balcony or in their shed.
Yeah.
They used as a candle stand for fucking God knows how many years. Yeah.
One thing that I did.
This guy's house.
Neil's like, yeah. One thing I did check
Stand.
when we pulled the back off the monitor was to check it out and make sure there weren't any caps or anything that was in danger of going bang once we did power it up. So just a quick visual inspection for anything that's burnt or discoloured, or caps that are swollen or have lost their wrapping on the outside, which is usually a surefire indicator that they've got a little bit too hot. They're about to go bang. But everything looked good.
It looked
I
pretty
guess
clean inside.
it's a testament to Sony engineering that they put a lot into their monitors. There are so many caps in there, but they're all good. So luckily enough, it was just a simple matter of putting a new lead on the end of it and powering it up, and
it's
awesome.
It's been awesome ever since.
Is it your daily driver?
It is now, yeah. CRTs, yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
What did you have before? Was it a JVC monitor?
JVC.
Or? Yeah. Which was still a pretty decent CRT as well. So
it has component as well, so it's slightly better image, but it's got
everything
the screen's starting to skew up in the bottom right.
Ooh,
so the geometry
time
is slowly.
for
How much?
that's vector caps that are starting to go on it, so it'll need a recap at some point.
Not by much, just a little bit, yeah.
No, I can't. But
John Daniel did have a look at it as well. He went through the full service menu in the JVC and
really?
couldn't get that.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't be going back to that guy.
No. Just kept talking about Sega the whole time.
No, we had like a little game session with Tiller and Tannehill.
Nice.
Awesome.
When the games room was functioning before the mold maybe shut it down again.
Yes.
The TT's out.
Yeah.
The Tiller and Tanner?
Yeah.
That's right.
That reminds me of TT, which is his name, Time Trial, in Diddy Kong Racing.
Yep.
The clock, his name is TT. I'm TT. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to mention, you found your game save
after the move.
as well.
Yeah. I found the licenses, Gran Turismo 2 game save with all my gold licenses on it. Because
That's fucking awesome.
during the mold move from way back then, I found a memory card like just on the ground under something, and I put it in the box, and then I checked it like months later, and it was the one that I thought had gone.
It was yeah.
So you don't have to do them again?
No, I'm only halfway through them. So.
Aha.
I will maybe one day get back to them, but they're very painful.
We need to do more regular episodes, and we need updates on these licenses. That's what I liked about PARP, is that you hear something, you're like, oh sweet, I'm going to hear something.
What's he at with this?
Yeah. And we have sucked at that mostly.
Yeah.
We've had some good runs where we've done like a couple a month, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's, anyway.
Yeah. But that was the CRT, free off the road.
Ooh, well done.
Works beautiful.
Good pickup.
Well done, tenants.
Beautiful, looks amazing.
Yeah, so cool. Like, not only to find one that's rare, but actually be able to fix it, and it works really well.
It just worked.
Yeah,
Could not believe
just a little bit less pee and candle wax. And
I'm sorry, I'll try and put the candle at the back next.
it's actually Mike's fault that he wasn't fast enough to get to it in
down
time.
the back. Yeah.
It's fair game, Neil.
Neil just trolling neighbourhoods with a candle.
Oh, this will do.
There's one. Fuck, I hope I find one soon. I'm full of piss.
This one's gonna come good.
Yeah. Drank like 2 litres in the last
couple of hours.
Yeah.
OnlyFans went solo and all. Alright.
Jen keeps calling me. I'm stressed out. Come home now. Stop pissing on CRTs.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So
Should probably move on to Boda.
Boda, yeah.
Really? We're not talking about peeing on CRTs anymore?
We can continue.
I feel like there's a lot more content.
I feel like there's some ground that we could explore.
I'm gonna check on the pizza.
Oh yes, please.
Oh, okay. Estimated delivery time 7:37. Well, between 7:37 and 7:38.
Can you get me
That's not much of a window.
No,
Speaking of peeing on CRTs, I mean,
Mike's
you don't
in
have a
there right
CRT in the bathroom.
now. Oh no! Please, Mike, don't pee on the CRT in there.
Sit down, Mike, please.
If you don't sit down, Michelle will
Not
know.
fun, Drew.
She hears me sometimes. She can tell.
Oh dear.
You're sitting down. I'm like, I clean the toilet. I'll pee in it how I like.
Good for you.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And she just decks me.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk out. Like, don't talk back.
Yeah, she looks like she's got a bit of a violent streak. I guess that's probably why you had to shave your head so that she can't like grab your hair anymore. And
Exactly why I did it.
yeah. So yeah, I guess Boda went
Yeah.
well.
Oh, I did it?
Big day. As always. The whole big weekend actually. It's not just one day; it's 2. I forget that. How could I forget that? It's such a huge commitment, man. But
It's been a while.
I will say though, like that Battle of the Arcades is something that One Up put a ton of work into, and that I guess that we do our darndest to learn the games and make sure that we put up decent scores as well as we can. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Man.
I think that we're getting pretty close to getting burnt out in it because like the amount. We end up putting in so much time and effort into it. Like I think by the end, when it comes to game day, everyone's just like, I don't want to play this fucking game anymore. It ends up
man.
like
Totally.
it's lots and lots of hard work, and like it's great to get the result, but at the same time, it's like it goes from being like a fun social thing to becoming hard work,
Hard work, yeah.
which isn't really what it's meant to be.
Not really.
You know,
But
so-
like,
but
if
we
you don't
have
put in the hard work, then
yeah, look,
one of
we
the
have
other teams will.
so there like a few of us in the team. We're very focused and analytical kind of people, and so that lends us to be the type of people that are very fixed on progression and making sure that we keep improving on our scores. And I guess just because we're those kind of people, that it means that we do quite well in the games that we choose to play, but it also means that it's kind of a double-edged sword in that by the end it feels like such a grind.
Totally.
That.
Yeah.
So
Especially if you're like preparing months ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because
we did, and we were
knew
talking
about
strats
games,
and
like, so far ahead of time this time.
we were talking strats and like
Yeah.
putting videos together on how to do certain little sections where people were having roadblocks and that sort of thing.
A
And
peek behind the
it's
curtain
awesome,
man.
of the one-up strategies. This is good for.
it's good for.
It's good to know.
Is somebody at the?
Man,
I thought I heard.
Here.
Yeah, I heard.
Actually, it is 7:37. If you heard something, then
I
you
think I
heard.
heard
It's
something.
within that 1 minute window.
How do you know?
I heard it first.
Neil said that. It might be no one.
If it's
then
something,
Yeah.
claim to fame.
Oh man, spilled quesadilla on me. What the?
Yeah, there was someone. They left it, so I got to pick it up.
I heard that.
Yeah, Neil heard it. Yeah.
I didn't hear shit.
You heard it
man.
first.
I know. You never.
I know. I'm so bad. Fuck. Thank you, whoever you are.
Thank you, pizza man.
They're gone.
Oh,
Mystery.
fair enough. But we've got pizza though, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Loads.
Sweet.
Pizza and Pepsi. What we got? Some piss
this is what you get. This is what happens when you eat a quesadilla in the car.
Yeah.
That's the peril.
You just brought it here and ate it here.
Yeah, it was pretty messy anyway. So it was like, when you sort of like, it's kind of like when you have like a really messy gyros or a kebab or whatever, that you get stuck into it and you're like, well, fuck.
I've
committed. I need to finish
so
this.
Gross out there.
Is it? Is it raining or
Nah, it's
just muggy as shit?
Yeah, just that contrast between aircon.
Imagine going to a festival like that.
Oh.
No thanks.
Talk about festy festival.
Poor old Jerry would be a mess after being out in the heat all day. So we're going to pizza up and get back into it after?
I think we finish up.
Or do you want to snap it off?
Let's snap off this live. Boda can be the last thing we talk about. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Because otherwise we're not going to get any time to play games.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And that was the most... I mean, I like
He's
the
got a
podcast.
schedule.
I was more
You
excited
don't have a
about
sketch
it.
manana.
I don't have that much of a schedule.
It's on the time sheet.
Yeah, you guys smashed us.
What were we... So where did we get to? I can't remember what we were talking about. But,
well, you guys
talking about you and another player, like very precise little like.
Yeah, so
made videos.
James, Ryan, myself, to an extent Steve, but Steve's always so damn busy that like Steve just spends the time playing when he can, which is really funny because he's the sort of person that if he actually had a chance and time to be able to commit to a game, that he would just destroy all of us.
He's a beast, eh?
It's disgusting how good he is at video games, and so Steve will just come in the day of. Usually, he might do maybe half a day, one day, and 2/3 of a day the second day, and he'll just come in and coin drop and put up like this score that's just as good as something that I've done where I've practiced for 3 or 4 months, and he can just come in and put a score up and go, that's fine. It's not my best, but I'll go on to the next one.
What a beast!
You disgust me.
So
we'd sit there.
You brilliant bastard.
I know. Yeah. So
good on you, Steve. Man, good on you, Steve.
It's crazy how some people are like he's
he's
obviously done he's obviously played the shit out of these games when he's younger, but like he's got like a natural skill to a game where when I pick up a game I am like shit house at it, and like have to work so fucking hard to get there that like he can just him and Barra or like people like him.
They sit there and they play it and they're like, okay, I think I get this, and they go through and they end up getting to like the 3rd stage or whatever on a game, and you're like, it took me like 2 weeks to get it.
You're just watching their milestones drop, like just like boom, boom, boom. Yeah,
I think
crazy.
From what I can tell, JM's a bit like that, but he's very like analytical as well, right?
Oh yeah, if you remember when we had James on the podcast and we were talking about the games that we were playing and just the way that he approaches games, like playing Dark Souls and that sort of thing, he's just he's very methodical. Very very individually target focused, which is perfect for trying to high score a game. And of course, and Ryan as well, who is also very talented and just has just a natural affinity for playing certain types of games. And I'm the guy that's tail end Charlie, and I think I've been.
You were 3rd overall, man, in Boda. There's no tail end.
There were like 2 people ahead of me though.
Yeah, 2 people. Like JM first, right?
At 1 up, I'm tail end Charlie. I'm never going to catch up to those 2.
Oh man, but that's like.
It's huge, right?
That's like if you're like the 3rd best team on the fucking Chicago Bulls from the 90s, bro. Like,
it's true.
I'm
Dennis Rodman. Which I'm happy with.
Hall of Famer, dude. Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Did you go to the casino before Boda?
I didn't. I didn't fly out on day 2 to go and play WCW. And then
and he rocked up in a dress. Rocked up in a dress with his hair dyed. Sorry guys, I'm hungover.
Now let's play some Ultimate fucking D. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, what a beast.
Anyway,
so it ended up being a good weekend. Really, it's still really fun. It's probably the best thing I know for me. speaking as a member of the team, is going and just spending the weekend with everybody and hanging out with people like Johnny Mac, who's a really great character and
Hot sauce guy.
Hot sauce guy.
Yeah, I've heard of Hot Sauce Guy.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Hey, Johnny Mac.
He's a good quality.
He's a good egg. Yeah.
He just gave me back that groovy Game Gear. I think is who makes them. It's like the USB, so I can use
PS4.
so I can use my PS4. I think it goes. No, I plugged it into the wrong machine. I think it's supposed to go into the PS5, so I can play PS3 on PS4. Because I've got some cotton shooters from Japan, which we'll talk about next episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can use a fight stick to play shooters. Yeah. Anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, he gave that back to me recently because we work near each other. Shout out, John McIntyre, legend, mate.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
Yep. So we ended up playing pretty solid of those 2 days, and we're lucky enough to retain the cup, which was good. I think we realised
pretty early on into day 2 that we had no chance.
Yeah.
Well, we tried till the end. In the end, I just wanted to sort of push us as hard as we could, and I think we caught up a little bit. Maybe I can't remember, but you guys were just insanely good, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It really earns it.
Hard work pays off.
Do you think? So I feel like I had a thought before that our approach last couple of years has not been as dedicated. Really, I wasn't here for a couple of them, but the most recent one, we didn't have enough collaboration and training sessions and stuff. And then on the day, it was it's not just okay, now let's execute. It's let's train at the same time as trying to put up scores.
Okay, so you guys sort of. Someone will play, and then someone will go, oh, keep an eye out because this is coming up, and you sort of do a little bit of that, and
not even
try
a little bit, but mostly just there actually was a fair bit of that, but we didn't prepare enough ahead of time where we could just execute on the day. So it wasn't. I was wondering if do you think because you guys have that stressful time ahead of time where you're learning, collaborating, and then on the day you just execute and you can kind of just have fun because you know what to do. I think that's probably those 2 days are more fun for you guys, but for us we had the relaxing time leading up because we didn't really put that much effort in, but then on those 2 days it's kind of we're scrambling.
So I know personally speaking, and I know also talking to James as well a little bit more about this separately, that we're both the sort of people that we feel a lot more comfortable having an understanding of what we're playing before the day kicks off, and so it feels less stress because you've done the background prep exactly like you said. So the idea is that you'd be able to go in and play that game on the day, and basically the car just drives itself from that point,
Exactly.
And that's sort of, I guess that's the way that we plan it, and that it's been a good working formula so far. But I guess that we are sort of a smaller team, but that sort of makes us feel like we have to push harder as well.
There's some benefits to that, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
if everyone puts in their effort, which they do.
Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons in every game. I think in every venue.
Was that a thing at Netherworld with the availability of machines? As an example, if you had to wait a long time between games,
even just trying to get onto a machine that you're hoping to get on. I was often playing.
There was a wait.
It's not a complaint or anything, but
it's just how it is.
You are looking for a game that you obviously want to play. That's taken. So you play another game.
Yep.
And then
you go back
by the time you go to that game, somebody else is on it.
That was a bit of an issue. And we did say, I remember, I think I said alright guys, halfway through day 2, we have to start telling people that they can't play certain games because their scores aren't going to count, and we need to do what's best for the team. But we didn't end up doing that.
Yeah.
We set times aside for Donkey Kong though.
Yeah, we did.
Especially on day 2,
I was actually going to ask because I think one thing that I noticed, personally going through
you guys in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, we had with Connor's day 1 score, and everyone's like, "Who is this guy setting these scores like that?" And we're like, It was for real. He like
he's a beast, eh?
absolutely blitzed it. He had the game of his life.
Hey,
I had the second best game of my life in Boda.
Yeah.
I could not believe my luck in that game.
What did you get on?
Pressure makes diamonds. They say.
Hell yeah.
So
I could not believe it.
Man, that was a great score.
we noticed at the end of day one that there were still either 2 or 3 people that still hadn't had a chance to play DK, and I was telling the rest of the guys, because DK is like a decent game, you'll go the full time. It's not like playing Bomb Jack or whatever where you can do that in like
50 something
minutes. 5 to 10 minutes playing Bomb Jack, and you can get like an okay score enough, but it doesn't work like that with DK, and that's why it was like a very it was a good tactical choice, because you have a lot more stronger players in Donkey Kong than anywhere else, so it makes sense to choose it. But then, of course, you've got the time constraints that you have to try and work around as well.
Maybe it worked against us in a way.
Yeah, it did.
So I looked at it, and there were still a few people that hadn't set scores on DK, and I was like, ooh, and see how they go on like day 2, because and I think maybe it might have been Jeff first game of day 2 or something.
It's like because we were saying to the players we had like a list of players to go on it. We were just like play it until you got a score that you're comfortable with, kind of thing. And then that could be like an hour, 2 hours on DK.
Well, we had an hour time limit.
Sorry, hour time limit.
But then you'd like kill the game off and restart it again. So then your elapsed time might end up being 2 hours for a decent like full hour session.
Yeah, I get you.
So,
crazy.
It's it was. But I think it was a good choice just because we liked it, right?
Both of the games that Netherworld chose, though, you guys won though, right? So I think you chose DK.
Did we win Frogger?
Yeah, we won Frogger.
Oh yeah.
I thought we did.
Yeah,
good. Okay.
Yeah, so we had John McNeil, who was really good, and I set a great score on Frogger. I actually had a PB during Boda playing Frogger.
I saw that, man. I was like, I didn't think Denny was this good at Frogger.
Absolutely, knocked it out the park. For some reason, pressure makes diamonds. The penny just dropped, and
hell yeah.
I was like, I could actually get past 20k. This is great.
It's nice when you can loop it.
And so once because 20k is basically like a loop, and then you get back to the start, and then it's really easy to get a decent score plus 20k on top of that, because because you're going back to the slow speed again. But the thing that can fuck you up is that you're used to that speed and all of the different things that are going on screen, and when it slows down to nothing again,
it's weird.
I actually lost a life because I was I don't know, hyper focused, and then everything went slow again, and I think I hit a track or something because it was going too slow.
You're probably rushing, right? Because you have to kind of rush.
Yeah,
it gets real quick.
You get your rhythm, and you think, all right, this is how I've got to move, and then everything goes back to going slow again. You just I copped right at the tail end of one. I was like, oh no, stupid death, and so. Yeah,
I really love Frogger. I play the shit out of Frogger, but it's so unfair at the same time.
I have a new appreciation for it. I wouldn't say it's my favourite game, but I don't hate it anymore. It's fine. I'm happy to play for it.
I was hating it. Maybe we're the same. I was hating it until I did break that barrier. I was like, this is bullshit. It's unfair.
Yeah.
But then you do it, you're like,
this isn't so bad.
Alright, yeah, okay, alright.
Yeah. Exactly. That's true.
Alright, Frogger, okay.
Yeah, so that was it. Managed to retain the cup, and
one up wins.
We'll see.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you. Going for the 3-peat, mate.
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be a last dance. We'll see.
We'll fucking see about that.
But I don't know. I think we're all we've put a lot of effort into the last 2, and we're tired. I don't know.
Don't go too hard.
I don't know how we're gonna go next year, but we'll see. I guess it's always hard. When you finish Boda and everyone's just cooked from it, and you're we're not going to do this again, and then next year you start thinking about it again. And,
so that passion, that drive, that comes back.
It's like DK.
I hope it does.
Getting back on the DK grind.
It's like that with Kong off.
6 months before Kong off.
Yeah. You start to see people putting up
I better have another game. You're like, I better have another one.
Are we playing Donkey Kong tonight?
We can. There's a cab in the garage. I mean, we don't even have to sit here and play the same games. I want you guys to feel like My house is Netherworld, and you can play whatever you want.
Sweet, because I'm keen for some.
But there are some I want to show you.
Yeah.
Put a candle on anything, basically.
Oh, if I go to the garage and you're pissing on a CRT, mate.
Any candles down there, bro?
There's not. You better not take any. Neil's like, don't worry, I brought some.
I brought my own.
Got to come prepared, right?
All right.
Right next to the condom.
Well,
Pizza time.
hell yeah. Let's get some Ninja Turtles style pizza in us. And thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
We will finish this off with some Japanese chat next episode. And bye for now.
Bye for now.
I don't know if we ever said the date, but it's the 2nd of December.
It is the next one.
Sweet. 2nd of December, mate, 2023. It's bloody Saturday night.
Bye.
Bye.